What's up, AD team? Also back again with another video. And in the red pill space, dating community space, you'll hear this one common trend, and that is you should only deal with high interest women. And with that being said, you need to know how to actually figure out if they're high interest or not. So in this video, I want to share with you some signs that she is definitely high interest. And these signs are based on my own personal experience, and probably you guys have experienced this too. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Subscribe, like the video if you're new. Check out all the links down below if you want to level up, and let's go. Sign number one is that she is leading with validation. So this is primarily on dating apps or social media. And that is whenever you message her, or even when she messages you first sometimes, she's leading with hard eyes or, oh my God, you're so sexy, or you're so fine, etc., guys. Now, this obviously should be obvious and common sense, but what I've learned is that common sense is no longer so common nowadays, and some guys will actually slip up and mess up the whole situation with a high interest woman that is leading with validation. Also, when it comes to leading with validation and being super high interest, a lot of these girls will be DTF and will sleep with you very fast. And I've noticed this common trend when this happens is that I'll go back to the original message, like how we met, and all of them have started out and led with validation. Now, it doesn't have to be like the first message. It can even be like within the conversation before you actually meet her, or maybe you even meet her in person. She compliments you and kind of validates you in a sense. Because think about it, we always validate the women and they are used to getting the hard eyes and all that. But it's very rare that a girl that you haven't even met yet, she validates you. So if she's leading off with validation, chances are, not even chances, I'm 100% she is super high interest. Sign number two, and this is what I like to call an indicator of interest, of high interest, and that is her texting pattern is fast, predictable, and detailed. I've noticed that any super high interest girl that I ever met is that there's a common sign between their texting patterns, and you guys got to be able to read and understand this. And then if you want to, only deal with women who kind of give you that sort of energy. So whenever they text you, you'll see some signs like, hey, what about you? Or asking you questions back. And like I said, giving you detailed answers on whatever question you asked her. Whenever you're dealing with a situation and the chick isn't asking you questions back, or like just giving a few answer responses or whatever, chances are on the opposite end, she's low interested and you don't really have her investment all the way there. And then also when it comes to predictability, you already know how she's gonna reply because she's been consistently doing it amongst the time you guys have been texting. Now here's where a lot of guys get this wrong, is that you don't wanna be texting her too much. Just because she's giving you high investment, good energy throughout the texting process, you still need to set the date fast and actually get her out on a date to meet you in real life. And once again, a lot of these signs are women who are not just a normal interest, they are super high interest, and super high interest falls in line with being DTF. And we all know what that means. And speaking about being DTF, today's sponsor of the video will help you guys lay it down the way it's supposed to be laid down and making sure your blood flow and erections are fully up to par. So thank you for Blue Chew for sponsoring the video. Blue Chew is a service that helps people get access to convenient, affordable tablets that will help men be stronger and harder, if you know what I mean. I've said it multiple times now, I've been using the Blue Chew service for nearly 2.5+ years now. I can definitely tell you guys, it works. It works in the bedroom and even outside of the bedroom. I'm not gonna lie, my gym pumps and everything, my blood flow all over is up to speed. The best part about Blue Chew is that it requires no in-person doctor's visits. Everything is done online. It's a chewable tablet that can be taken discreetly with no hard to swallow pills, and it's a lot cheaper than just regular Viagra or Cialis. So you'll be shipped some package just like this. My go-to is Tadalafil. I love it because it stays in your system a little bit longer. However, they also have another alternative, and that is Sildenafil. You're gonna have to test and see which one is best for you and what you're trying to accomplish and what you're trying to achieve in the bedroom. So the process is very simple. Just chew it, then do it. So if you're ready to take your bedroom game to the next level, then check out Blue Chew in the link down below and use my code DUNHAM for your first month of Blue Chew for free. Now, let's move on to the next point. Sign number three, she is super high interest, and this happens here and there. is that she will ask you to hang out first. Usually it's on us men to kind of lead the interaction up to the dating process and even set the dates, right? But every now and then you'll come across a chick who actually kind of does that for you. I have something I like to call a dating funnel, right? You guys have probably heard of it by now. Some girls will take you through their dating funnel. They'll be like, hey, what are you doing the next so-and-so day? We should hang out, we should link up. And then whenever I read that, I'm like, raps, it's over. Because a girl would not make herself that available to where she's actually directing for you or asking you to come hang out with her unless she really, really likes you guys. Trust me. So whenever you have a chick kind of ask you to hang out first, and hopefully it's not because you're taking too long to ask her, sometimes they'll do it really, really fast. But if she's doing that, chances are she is super high interest and she is DTF, bro. You gotta be able to pick up on these signs, guys, and that's exactly why I'm making this video. Sign number 4, she comes over on the first date. Now, I know not everybody has the same game as me, right? For the most part, I rarely go out on dates, I'm not gonna lie. My guys in my Digital Romeo mentorship, and even on my Patreon, you guys have seen the game plan I've laid out in regards to really not going on that many dates. So I tend to frame it well. However, whenever they do come over, even though I framed it well, there's always a trend, right? And that is they're super high interest. And that is why I like to pre-qualify the high interest before I even ask them that, right? And there's different methods on how I pre-qualify their high interest. One of them being them messaging me first on dating apps or social media. So whenever I do that, I know exactly that this chick is super high interest, because why would a chick who is not high interest willingly put herself in an intimate space and place with you one-on-one, especially with this new Netflix series, Jeffrey Dahmer going on, which has actually kind of affected my percentage of that happening. But you guys get it. If she's coming over the first date, or even let's say you go out on a first date and then you're able to pull her back to your place, she's already primed, man. She's high interest and she's ready to go. Lastly, and this has to do with either on the date itself or maybe she's already over at your place, she initiates physical contact. A way that a lot of women will do this, and this is very subtle, so you gotta pick up on these signs, is that as you're talking, let's say you're at a bar or whatever, she'll put her hand on your knee, or as she's talking, kind of touch your shoulder, or like kind of caress your leg, like these little subtle little details that happens once you're out on the dating process. It's a clear sign through body language that, hey, I'm super high interested in you, I'm comfortable with you, I'm comfortable enough to touch you, and I am DTF. I have never not had one time that a girl initiated physical contact with me in any degree and wasn't DTF to any degree. It always happens, guys. And there are a lot of things that you can actually, pick up on and read, but that's just one subtle sign, the hand touching the leg. But there are also a lot more, guys. Just the way she hugs you, kind of holding on a little bit longer, and a whole bunch of other stuff that I could mention, but that's gonna make the video too long. So just to review everything we talked about today, here are the 5 signs. She leads with validation. Her texting pattern is fast, predictable, and detailed. She asks you to hang out first. She comes over on the first date, and/or she initiates physical contact first. Those are the clear 5 signs that she is super high interest and she is DTF, guys. Now, if you're not experienced a lot of this, then I'm gonna need you to check out the links down below, including my Digital Romeo mentorship. And of course, if you're already seeing results like this and you want your bedroom performance up, then I'm gonna need you to check out Blue Chew, today's sponsor, down below in the video. Do it. Use my code Dunham for your first month free. Subscribe, like. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace.